Hello there. So, this is another episode of Coding with Agents, Culture Code, defining your culture code, defining your startup culture now in a world of agents. And today I am, so these are reflections because it's new. This thing about coding with agents, humans or agents, it doesn't really matter anymore, right? Because the tools they carry on information about usage since ever, right? So the hammer, to a certain extent, carries on how you use it, right? And that's connected with humans, with how they use the hammer. So if we look from that angle, from the design angle and design perspective, I guess what we have now is just this enhanced version where other narratives are applicable, right? Imagine that the hammer comes with instructions, with a manual, and that's it. So whatever is happening in my screen doesn't really matter. It's this beginning here that matters. What I'm saying matters. Now, as a reflection, coding with agents, and this agent might understand of certain tasks. This agent will likely carry on a narrative, or it's listening to the narrative that I'm influencing, right? That I'm telling the agent. In this case today, I am updating what you see, right? We have this um, visual system here. So I'm actually working in this visual recording system. And one thing I wanted to do, okay, is as you can see, I have this panel on the left hand side. And so far, when I open the panel, it shifts me, right? So, whoa, right? I mean, whoa, no, sorry, again, whoa. All right. Anyway, I don't want that, right? The other thing is I created this shift tab click. You see there because when I'm zooming, right? When I'm teaching about code or not teaching about code and talking about these ideas. So for instance, I wanted to tap there. You see the box here, right? On the right hand side. I wanted to tap there and zoom, but it's not going there, right? So then what you have there in the field right now, I have to zoom the screen so you can read probably, but I'm gonna read that. So lovely, but the panel which toggles should be floating position fixed, otherwise it affects the whole. That's the first problem. Okay, now regarding the shift click to zoom effect, almost there, what we have. The angle of rotation you did, I will call that vertical. You see, when I tap, right, the when I tap there is this, it's like this, right? And we know I don't have a dictionary here with the agent, right? What is this, y or x axis, right? So I call it vertical. So I said, oh, so regarding the angle I really like, but let us call what you did vertical. I really like it that, but I wanted the minus of that, right? So like I don't want like this, right? I want the angle like this. So I call it, oh, just do the symmetrically flip that. And also rotate horizontally the same degree to whatever you think is the right uh, for now. And also when I tap click point, that should become the target of it. So, and I'm gonna add a phrase there, right? In other words, I want the zoom to zoom into that target. Oh, let's see what happens, right? So, by the way, let me take that zoom out, right? And that's it. So usually this thing takes a while. I'm hoping that um, for this addition it doesn't take that much, and I'm gonna get a coffee. some changes there to the first file. We can probably look that up. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, there's some changes. 2 degree minus 12 became 12. Yep. The panel now floats independently. Okay. So let's see. I'll probably. Oh, wait. I can't. Wait, let me think. I'm recording my tab. So if I reload this tab, is this gonna kill what you see in the screen? Um, don't think so, because too many screens here recording the other screen, right? So let me reload, cross my finger. Wait, you can probably still hear me. Yeah, starting my webcam there. Yeah, I think you didn't lose me, right? Of course. Start screen share. That's the screen I want, right? And Shift T. Now, well, the effect is nicer, right? And yet, it's not totally. It's yet centered, right? But I love the effect, right? Maybe I should close this session right now because there's this rule, right? You leave the party when things are okay, right? Not when you're like causing trouble to the bar. Now, the big question is one more drink or not, man. I don't know. Because what matters here is the reflection, right? Let's just see this angle, right? This is as the kid from the Super 8 movies, right? This is production value. This is what we're talking. Production value. No, I'm gonna close the party right now, right? Because I'm gonna trust that I can solve the problem, that we can solve the problem of zooming in to that place. And that's episode number X plus one here, right? Thank you very much. Lights off, cameras off in action.